an e-board so I can have a purple one. I don't want yours.
Alright guys, let's get started.
Thank you though.
Is the live stream good, Ethan?
It's just gonna be fun. I'm gonna be you today.
No.
No?
No.
Refresh?
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh,
Wait,
cool.
those are-
Those messages I was sending you are also in there too.
You gave me like 4. Anyway, sorry guys for the delay. Sonia is late in her lab. I was also late in my class. I usually come here a bit earlier. But we can get starting. Most likely, as Sonia promised you all, we're going to finish early for the game. So we will just go ahead and start with the meeting. We'll go for student orgs right after. Call to order, please, all senators and VPs. Guys. Whenever you're ready.
We, the Student Senate of Illinois Institute of Technology, reaffirm our responsibility to loyally represent the student body and effectively improve the quality of campus life.
Thank you. I'll go over Sonia's rules. Raise your hand and wait to be acknowledged by the chair. Right now it's me. I love that it's there. If you agree with something that was said, snap or do a one-hand clap so that we don't have to repeat the same things we say over and over. Be concise. You will have a minute max to talk in one turn. Stay relevant to the topic. I will cut you off, or Sonia will when she gets here, when you go on a tangent. Talk out of turn or repeat something that has been said. So don't do that. Discussion time will be capped at a total of 10 minutes max per org, and general open floor discussion at 12. This is for everyone, even if you're visiting SGA and you're not a member. Unfinished business, 9. New business, we have the student orgs. Do we have anybody here from the student org representing? Which one are you?
The
First one, Lewis Student Union. Anybody else? Nice. Cricket club? Alright, let's get to it.
Okay. Lewis College Student Union. So, basically I had an ITP group, an Intro to Professions group class last semester, and we did a needs analysis of like what Lewis College students, want. And in our needs analysis, we surveyed students, and 59% of Lewis College students surveyed report that they do not feel a sense of connection within Lewis, and even larger majority say that they want to be more connected. And some other complaints I've heard as a member of Lewis College and as a Lewis College senator are just feelings of disconnection with the university itself, and also at the career fair there's not really a reason for most Lewis College students to go because there aren't many employers there for us. Another example is the research funding. Armor has a very specific way that they do it, and Lewis College it's kind of informal and not really broadcasted that they have any money for research. There's issues within the system that we would like changed, and this group is gonna kind of give a voice to Lewis College. So this is our mission statement. You can read it, or I can go to the next one and sum it up. We're gonna have meetings. We're gonna have committees and committee projects, kind of like we do here. We're gonna have events for community building and career building, and we're gonna have surveys and updated needs analysis, which is really important to be updated on what the students want. So we have 3 goals. The first is academic achievement. These are some examples of ideas for events we have. I put the etc. because I want to keep it open to what the students involved are going to want to see more than what I want to see. Our second goal or objective is community development. which addresses the needs analysis. So here's some ideas we have. And then, yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, the third goal is gonna be professional progress, so like career building, career development, resume building, stuff like that. And we wanna work with the school to really open up, like there's a lot of prospective jobs here for engineers, and when you get out, it's like almost guaranteed that you'll get a job. For Lewis College, it's not necessarily the same. We kind of ride on the reputation of the rest of the university, so we wanna change that. Right. Yeah, so I've talked to a lot of people within my college, and they all seem very interested and really excited to like, you know, have a voice and be heard. We also have, because it was part of our class project last semester, we have a constitution, we have an exec board, like with members filled in the seats, we have, you know, we're set up and we're ready. Organization, you can like be a member without attending meetings, you can participate as much as you want, it really depends, so I think it will be easy to attract interest. Yeah, this is the budget. It's loose budget. That's all.
All right, I'll open up 5 minutes for questions, starting now.
Yes.
Soren, then Ethan.
Have you had a high degree of interest or communication with administration of Lewis College? Just sort of, can you give us an idea of what that conversation has been like?
So I met with the dean for Senate, and we talked, you know, half about Senate ideas and half about Lewis College ideas. A lot of them really intertwined, and I mean, as a representative of Lewis College, I'm here to represent Lewis College, so I'm going to be fighting for a lot of, you know, things that students from Lewis College want. So they overlap a lot, and she expressed a lot of interest in working with me on this.
Ethan?
Building off that, like, you had mentioned that you talked to a lot of people within your college, just to like get a rough estimate, like in terms of a number or percentage of students within the college, about how many would you say that this would be that have shown interest?
I don't know a number, but like through word of mouth, just people I've talked to.
Okay, but
Okay.
may I ask a follow-up to
Let's
this?
say 20.
Okay.
It's a small college.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
Summit.
So you're saying 20 people are discussing this, so what's your membership like? The number of students that are actually going to be part of this?
I mean, it's not like an official thing yet, so I can't ask people to join, but everyone that I have talked to has expressed explicit interest in joining and being a part of it.
Do you have some sort of petition or some
I mean,
census
to
keeping?
get here, I had to submit 10 people, and I also have an exec board of around 7, I think, people, so that's a rough estimate.
Jake?
If you want to be more connected with the rest of Illinois Tech, how come you're creating your own group within your college? Doesn't it seem like you're isolating yourself?
So when I say more connected with the rest of Illinois Tech, I mean like kind of more recognized on this university, because a lot of Lewis College students are looked down upon because we're not engineers, and I think increasing recognition and like understanding of what we do and giving us a voice will help that, and it'll help our integration with the rest of the college as like an important part of it.
Alyssa?
For clarification that you mentioned that it's for like you as your own college don't feel connected, and that's why this is really important to you, right?
Yeah.
Any other questions? Ethan?
So while I like the underlying ideas you have for like a lot of the events you'll have for cultivating like this community within Lewis, like, do you have specifics in mind for it, like specific speakers you can have come to the event, like specific employers that you can connect with students here, or is it just really like these underlying ideas?
So I mean, the reason that they're not solid ideas is because I want to gauge membership and interest first, of like, not of the organization, but of what students within the college would want to see. So once I get that down, then we'll like have more solid events. Also, I spoke with someone who's in Psychi, which is the psychology org, and they said that they have speakers a lot of the time, and I know almost everyone in Lewis College is interested in psychology as a, you know, as like an interest at least, so they would be interested in going to their events. And I'm sure I could, with a smaller budget at least at first and a smaller membership at first, I could kind of use this as marketing other school-wide, campus-wide, like speakers and events and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know? You good? Any other questions? We have about a minute left.
During discussion.
Second.
Second.
Nobody heard you? Yeah? Second.
Yep.
All right, discussion's over. Thank you. So Sonia's still not here.
Do we have more?
My decision is for us to move forward because we use we use her laptop for the iClickers. So we'll move forward with the next presentation. That is if we have that group here. Do we have the second group presenting today?
Can we just raise our hands if we don't have?
I know I did that. We're gonna get to that eventually, but I don't know where she is. No cricket club members. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do the voting. I'm gonna ask whoever
Discussion.
is part or affiliated to this organization, please step out so we can call you back in after the voting.
We discussed first, yes.
Discussion
Right.
and voting.
Motion?
It's not my regular job, you can tell.
Motion?
Do I have a motion to discuss?
I move to open the floor to discussion.
Second.
How many minutes? 5?
For 5 minutes, yes.
Go for it.
Move to vote.
Well, I'll have a
Nice.
comment first.
Question?
It's not a comment. I thought someone would make a comment before me.
I
Because
have a
I don't
comment.
know where everyone's standing on this, I would like
Go for it.
to. Okay.
Before we, but she moved to vote, I can't.
Overruled.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to state that she's trying to make the organization first, and then she's gonna try figuring out what the whole point, the goal of the organization is going to be. Shouldn't she get a clearer idea by asking the rest of the student body and then coming back to us with making the organization? Just to lay that out, and
So
now
then
there's good
Alyssa.
discussions.
I think the goal of the organization is very clear. It's supposed to be a point of gathering and a point of advocacy for people in Lewis College. And I think that her approach in that she doesn't have, or the organization doesn't have specific event plans laid out or specific, they're in the ideas phase in that, is simply a product of the fact that they want their eventual members and individuals from Lewis College to shape their programming. And there are detriments to that approach, but they do have a clear purpose.
Also, she did mention that she did run that survey asking her college about things that they wanted to see and everything, so she does have input from what other people wanted to see.
Ethan?
That's like to just add in from my personal experience, it's really similar to like what the undergraduate business council tries to do, is that like because we are not really as much of a technically focused like major within the university, like we oftentimes feel excluded like just by sheer nature of our major. And so having like an organization that's dedicated to like fostering a community within your major and giving you like professional opportunities and also casual ones to just connect with people with the same interests as you and even get professional opportunities out of it, I think is a really great thing.
Jake?
I mean, we have like a bunch of clubs on campus, like, there's like I'm in ICHE, which is for chemical engineers, and there's like a bunch of other ones for different branches of engineering, so like, why not have one for Lewis?
Anybody with an opposing idea or
I think everyone's on the same page.
Everybody
I
else?
just wanted to bring that up
No,
in
thank you.
case anyone.
Thank you for doing that. Motion to vote?
Second.
Wait, I can't
You
move.
can't.
Somebody
Motion.
can.
Motion to vote, okay.
I move to vote on this club.
Just second. Thank you. Alright.
So are we doing it by hand then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Put our heads down.
Heads down, everybody.
This doesn't work?
Everyone. Even the ones not voting. Close your eyes, heads down.
Heads up, so.
Close your eyes. Whoever is voting yes, please raise your hand right now. Raise it high. Alright, whoever is voting no. If you're voting no, raise your hand. Abstain? Alright. Did everybody get a chance to vote? Okay, great. So we have 11 yeses and 2 abstains. They do pass. Can you record it?
Point of information, how many total senators are there currently?
It should be,
I counted 14.
yeah,
Thank you.
no, currently? No, how many total senators we have currently?
We have,
It
obviously
is
we have
quorum
13.
because
I-
we still
I
have
just wanted
5
for my
regular
notes.
senators not selected either. So, can
We have
somebody do the
16.
math and give it to Soren?
Sonia
16
said
signs.
she met with 17 senators though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there's 17 of us plus 4 more members voting, so it's 21.
Alright. Moving forward,
Up here.
You'll be
no,
emailed
no.
about it,
You will be emailed about it later, yes.
or you can watch the live stream.
Or you can watch the live stream, yeah. Oh, nobody's on the camera.
Yeah, she two people, or we have 2 other people besides me watching right now. We've got one of them probably.
Alright, so we have some new business before we move on to officer reports, which are not much. We try to cut that on that as well. Open Senate seat nominations will end tomorrow. We currently have, I forgot the number, but we have several people who have applied for the position. We're sending out the candidate packets for them to fill it out, and we're trying to finish it within a week so we can have new senators to vote on. You guys will have to approve them. That is for the School of Applied Technology, College of Science, and Architecture. So you'll get more updates from us about those. Please promptly read everything we send you. It's very important that we get our senators in. Sorry?
Are there enough applications in to fill every open position so far?
It should be, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Also spread the word so we can get more nominations by tomorrow. We'll send, we'll do a Facebook post today, on our page on the ITSC as well, so we can get a bit more before we close it. So, everybody remembers the discussion about the athletics senator seat that we talked about last time. Today is the day to vote about that. I wanna either hear a motion to discuss a bit more, if you guys have had any discussions about those 2 things, about this thing in the past 2 weeks, or a motion to vote. Anybody wants to discuss this?
Motion to vote.
Yeah, second.
Move to vote.
Move to vote.
Thank you.
Second.
Alright, we'll do the same thing.
Wait, just as a clarification thing.
Yes.
We can approve having a Senate seat, so that.
So, what we're voting on is
Just opening a seat. for
opening a
that.
senator
Okay.
seat for the
Okay.
athletics members. Can you say the SAC?
SAC is Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
Alright, so we will be having one of their members, currently Olivia, to serve as a senator within student government with voting powers. That is what we're voting on. And everybody's clear on that?
And like any special organization, that organization appoints their senator, and it's subject only to a confirmation vote of the Senate.
Correct.
Yeah, they don't actually need a confirmation vote. You just get
They just appoint
Yeah,
the
you're just
senator.
appointed, that's it.
Okay.
Well, with any RJ
So
constitution,
if you
technically
vote,
we're supposed to
if you
vote
voted
David,
yes,
and we never did
then,
that.
I'm sorry, what's the name?
Olivia.
No,
Oh,
this-
mine, oh, it's SAC.
SAC, yeah,
Yeah.
so SAC, we have to appoint a senator, so we don't have to vote that senator to be in the Senate.
Yeah, we vote for the person that.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mhm.
SAC,
So, like,
yes,
yeah.
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 So, can you call someone?
Can I call somebody? Yeah. You're like, yo, where you at?
Just find out where she should be supported. Alright, so we'll begin voting. Please close your eyes, heads down. Oh,
Will.
Catch Will, he just went out for you. Alright,
See, go ahead to Ross. I think it should be like if your head is up, it's, yeah.
Alright, I feel like I should say this before we vote. So our Chief Justice just informed me that for this vote to pass, we're gonna need 2/3 vote yes.
Okay.
But that begs the question if about the members who are not here, are those counted?
No.
Do not available?
Of
Yeah.
quorum.
Yeah.
Alright, so heads down again, we'll do the voting.
Wait, 2/3 of quorum
Wait,
or
2/3
available members?
We need
Which is it?
2/3
The
of
members
14 people to vote yes.
Okay, just check.
Yeah.
Okay, 2/3.
Alright, let's do this, guys. Heads down. If you're voting yes, raise your hand.
Raise them high.
Oh,
Are you voting or not?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna do a recount. Sorry about that.
Make sure you're raising your hand really high, guys. There's like a couple people who are like, eh.
If you're a no, raise your hand. Everybody else, put your hands down. Abstain. Open your eyes. Is this 2/3?
That's more.
No.
All right.
We got one extra member. Why? Oh, Trixie came back. I'm so sorry.
Are we all good? Congrats, Olivia.
Is this just athletics or is it a SAC?
Oh my god. SAC. What we discussed was SAC.
Okay, so it's decided that it is gonna be a SAC seat, not all athletics.
Right. Well, the SAC member is a representative of all of athletics in general, because SAC is the link between athletics and the athletic department and, yes.
I thought when we were well, it doesn't matter now that the vote's done, but I thought when we were discussing SAC could only be filled by a varsity team player.
Right,
So not.
varsity athletics is what I meant by that.
Okay.
Recreational sports and all that is a completely separate thing. Talk to the athletic director.
Alright, moving forward, we're gonna be skipping some reports, including mine, unless anybody has questions for me. What I'll gonna do is send out an email for everyone and ask whoever is not presenting today to send out an email. Most of our reports anyway are enough to be an email, but please, please, please read them, okay? Just for the respect of everybody's time, and I know everybody's excited for the Cubs winning. Academic affairs the same. Communications, do you have anything to add?
Oh, I thought it would refresh. I just put a picture up there of the haunted house. It went really well. It's a picture of Richard and Melissa. Sonia also came. Yeah, that's it right there. But yeah, so it'll be a consistent thing. He said that the event went really well with us volunteering, and it was really nice. We got to connect with a lot of the community, like people from all over that area came. They had like 200 people from the Boys and Girls Club come like to the haunted house, so they raised a decent amount of money. And yeah, as far as ComCom, it's still SGA section, website, and yeah. More concerns.
Questions for July? Moving forward, student life. And I'll give it to Sonia from here, guys. So, do you wanna come up and talk?
Okay. I would like to thank William to help me preside last meeting because I was not able to be here, and I miss you guys. And I heard that we had a great time talking about a new project about the dead birds that keep flying to the glass wall of SSV. We came up a lot of good ideas, and we're going to work on that. And also, other projects are in progress. The student discount card we have for the restaurant, we have talked with 5 restaurants, and we're going to go further on signing the documents and talk about the details of the cooperation. And also the first food advisory board meeting was held last Friday. It was nice. Ethan and I and John was there. And however, only other 2 students joined, so I hope that more and more students could join us. The company, the Sodexo, they're very nice, and they are really hearing our opinions, and they are trying to satisfy our requirements. So I suggest centers to join the food advisory board, and I would like to. I think I will talk about this in our committee meeting. And yes, that's all. That's all. That's all. Okay, finance board.
So two short notes to give out. First of all, the third and final hearing is happening this semester. This semester is happening. It's going to happen on November 19th. The advising dates will be November 7th to November 11th. I have not sent out the advising signups yet because the link expired, so I need to go ask Ryan regarding that. Second note, quick one is Finance Board is currently recruiting new members. Applications will be open until next week. Please spread the word, and all they have to do is email fb@iit.edu, and then I can start sending them the application and setting up interviews. That's it.
Sorry.
You have a question?
Sungmin?
Yes.
What other modes of promotion, I know we talked about this a little before, but what other modes of promotion are being used to fill the finance board seats?
So first of all, it's attached to the email that I'm sending out to the student organization. So they're also in the notice. It's asking them to nominate or forward this to other members. I'm gonna put it up on the Facebook page, but my first concern is getting that email out, to be honest. So those are the other forms of advertisement. I'm trying to see if I can print out a couple of flyers so I can put them on MTCC and Herman Hall, not the academic buildings, because I noticed that putting it there is just thinning out the resources, and most students eventually end up at Herman Hall or MTCC as far as I can tell. That's it.
I would like to propose like a change of bylaws. Actually, it's not like a change, it's more like in addition to what we already have. So basically, what judicial board can do is we can even make order for like within the internal affairs of SGA. So now we would like to expand our jurisdiction. It's like when a student organization have an internal conflict and they want to bring it to judicial board, and if they agree upon by signing a document saying they will abide and execute what order that the judicial board make, then we will have the right, reserve the right to make the order to that conflicts of that student organization. So that's the addition that I want to propose today. So you guys, do you have any question for me about this? Frankly.
I'm trying to understand, does that mean that like if they have a problem they come to you and you like choose to like you try and settle it for them?
No, basically now let's say like a student of like BME. Okay, so what happened is like last year BMES they brought to us a case where they feel like their election for new executive board was not fair. At the time, we did not have the power to say that because like we cannot interfere with other student organization internal affair. But so I would like to propose this. So in case that they brought it to us and both side of parties agreed to let us decide the final decision, then like if they agree upon to that, then like we can make the order and then we have to follow our decision. So that's what it is.
We still have
Oh no, you can't vote this week. You guys kind of have like.
We have to table it until next week.
We're clarification. We're introducing this to you now so that you have a week to review over this change, and that voting will actually happen next week. 2 weeks. Sorry. So at the next Senate hearing.
Yes, sir.
One of the sort of immediate reactions that I can see a student org having to this would be like, what use is this if judicial board doesn't really know my organization? How would you present it in such a way where you can say, because obviously the intent is you can be an arbitrator for a conflict.
Okay.
How would you present that to a student org or student orgs in general? How would you present it in such a way where you can say you can make a fair decision on something, knowing the facts and all of that?
Right. So that's why, like I say earlier, before they have their 10-hour hearing, they have to sign a written document say like, basically say they have to agree that like they will listen to what we say, and also in that document we will specifically for each case say like what are the decisions that we can make, what is our jurisdiction in this case, and if they agree with it, then like we can hear the case and make the decision.
And do you think there's significant enough demand for a service like that?
I'm sorry?
Do you think there's significant enough demand for a service like that?
I believe so. Yes, well.
I think the demand is maybe not the right word, but I mean like it's there for the J board to have this power just in case within a student organization needs to have some sort of mediation or arbitration. This isn't really like a oh my gosh all
If
these
it
issues
happens
are
to
happening.
arise.
Yeah, we can do something about it essentially. It's like a precaution.
Yeah, cheater.
Just for clarification, so if there is a conflict and one of the student orgs decides that they don't want judicial board to like resolve it, it can't be resolved by the
No, then we cannot resolve. We can only resolve the problem when both sides agree to let us resolve the problem for them. All right. Oh, I'm gonna send an email out to you guys about this, so you guys can like look at it and think about it.
Okay.
All right.
There we go. So that's Renata yet. No senator reports yet. For open floor, this one, we're not gonna debate over this now. I'm just bringing this up so you can think about the idea. It's something that's just like in the air. It's not solidified at all. But one thing that some of the exec board members we were thinking about doing is how finance board has a hearing where all the allocations are heard during like 3 hearings in the semester. We were thinking of having like 2 senates designated in a semester, where all those student organizations will be heard during those senates, and that's the only thing that's going to be done during those senates. But at every other senate, there would be no more student organization presentations, so that we can focus really on just discussing the issues at hand and not putting so much focus each time into student organizations. So just think about that for now. We're going to talk about it again and vote later on that if it seems like a good idea. But does anybody have anything else? Jelani.
Yeah, David sent out a form. I have 13 responses. I think I need about 20 more. So, yeah, fill those out, please. Because right now we're just making the changes on a hidden page and then uploading them as soon as we get all the responses.
If you don't fill it out, we have jurisdiction to put whatever we want there. So your bio could say like, I like pretty unicorns and rainbow frosting. And that's what everyone's going to read about you as a senator.
But I'm going to put it in anyway.
The final thing I'll say is we're trying to work on getting t-shirts in. So I'm going to send out an email. We're asking about your opinion on if you'd like t-shirts versus polos. If anyone's interested in designing it, feel free. Like, we're definitely looking for someone to design it and what that kind of looks like. Jeremy seems really excited about this.
I'm saying we should get some
SGA waivers.
Okay, with that, Senate is adjourned.
The motion?
Yeah, okay.
The motion?
Okay, go. Ethan, go.
I move to adjourn.
Okay, Senate is adjourned.
That's a good idea.
The bottom of the sentence, we gotta run.
It's a YouTube link that I sent out on the ITSC. Yeah, the
Can I try throwing it again?
So essentially anybody should be able to, probably have a way to yeah, student community. Oh, I have to get my thing in my bumper. Leo, I need to talk to you.
Oh, your name. Actually bring that up.
Yeah.
Because I have it tonight. Because if you go to the actual, like,
Oh.
sorry.
Our bad.
God dang it, Akash.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, I should have come here. Okay.
We were doing
Who are you watching with?
Oh, that, yeah.